Right.
All right.
15, when? I call to order the October 15 meeting of the Council of the Town of Washington. And the time is 7:04. Welcome. I hope that we have a small or quick meeting tonight. I do not have any changes for the agenda. Are there any other? First of all, I guess we should have a motion to approve the agenda, and then a second, and then we'll have a discussion if there are any amendments to it.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you. Second.
Second.
Thank you. So Gail seconds. Are there any amendments or changes, additions or deletions?
Yes. Brad, you want me to do it or do you want me to do it? Okay. We are going to, on the consideration of proposal from ESS, new business A, we're going to continue that.
All right.
It may be able to be included as B1. So for now, we'll continue it.
A, we're continuing.
New business A is being continued. New business D is being continued. Because we have two other contractors that we want to get estimates
Okay.
from, that Brad's coordinating.
Cool. And you said D is in dog?
Yes.
And then under old business, B, the impact assessment of future town growth update. Mr. Bennett is not here, but at his suggestion, he is still looking into some FOIA components of that. And so he has recommended that that also be continued to the next meeting.
Do we need a motion to continue?
We have a motion on.
Oh, that's right.
And we have a second. I'm not going to go through all the different things where we have to approve every single continuation. I will just, if the original
As amended.
As
motion,
amended.
Yeah.
will you accept as amended?
Yes.
Seconder, will you accept? All those in favor of the amended agenda, please indicate by saying aye in a roll call. Brad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right, thank you very much. The agenda has been amended and approved. Minutes from the September meeting.
To make a motion that they be accepted.
But before they do that, I want to commend our new town clerk for doing a magnificent job.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Second
And-
and third.
And I also want to thank the vice mayor for all her editorial support, both on this and in the past and in the future. It is a lifelong appointment. All right,
Barbara did a terrific job.
she did.
Really. This is like your first time doing it.
It's awesome. All right, may I have a motion to approve?
Now I will make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
the Draft minutes of the September 9th town council meeting.
And second?
Second.
Second is Catherine. Roll call. Brad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right. Minutes are approved. Mayor's report. One of the things that I was planning to talk about is already under F, under new business, the holiday party, so I will hold off from that. I have two things to tell you. One is the post office is, I had a conversation with Mr. Tedrick a week ago, and he is going through all of the approvals and things that he needs to do, which are not only from the county and from the state, but he also has to get approvals and permissions from the Postal Service. And all I can say is that we know the pain that he is going through. But he is one who very much wants to get this project done, and I will follow up with him again in the very near future, see if there is any additional information. The second thing that I wanted to bring up is there is this wonderful group working with the Rappahannock Garden Club, but chiefly Linda Webster and Fawn Evanson, to have trees planted, either cherry or dogwood or redbud trees planted in the town of Little Washington, which we are very excited about. She had hoped, well, let me just read her report, if I may. The initiative has been enthusiastically received by citizens of Little Washington. We are at 113 trees being planted, and this was as about a week ago. With more orders coming in every day, we believe the inn will add substantially to its order of 15 dogwoods. Avon Hall has ordered 14 with many Ushina cherry trees destined for Warren Avenue and around the pond for maximum visibility. We have trees destined for 49 lots, with the inn counting as one, although we believe these trees will go into many more yards. The inn is assisting in various ways, one of which is trying to locate larger trees for some lots, making for larger impact. Rappahannock News has given some excellent coverage with 2 major stories with photos when the initiative was launched. And as stated above, because of the continued hot weather, we have had to postpone the planning until sometime in mid-November, and even this may be delayed if we don't get a good cold snap or two. I can vouchsafe that we are in the midst of a cold snap. The trees need to be dormant before we can dig them up. 2 wonderful local establishments have generously given free dinners for high-level donations to encourage others to donate. This is the inn and 3 blacksmiths. Thank you to both of those. We will go ahead with the ceremonial first tree planting at Town Hall on November 22nd as planned. Do we know at what time? All right. At some point on November 22nd as planned, even though we're not sure when the actual planting will occur. They'll keep us posted. We will also go ahead with a seminar on trees on November 13 by Tom Baughan. That's B-A-U-G-H-N, who has volunteered to do this. And the ladies of the Episcopal Church have volunteered the Trinity Community Center at 4 o'clock that day to host us. The Trinity Community Center is the building that is adjacent to Trinity Church on the corner of Warren and Gay. We notified all recipients of the delay of October 7th, and they suggest, and I think this is very important, Fawn and Linda suggest that all of the recipients call 811 or Miss Utility to find out where any underground lines may be, and that will be something that all of us need to do to ensure that we don't do something that digs up a line that doesn't need to be dug up. I just want to take another moment. There are countless ways in which local businesses, but especially in this instance, the inn at Little Washington, does things that don't get a lot of mention. And I just want to thank, I don't want to split my infinitive, I want to thank the inn and Patrick and his staff for all the assistance that they have done to the town, for the town, in a number of different ways. And purchasing these trees, doing and being an enthusiastic partner in this whole process. I should also mention Bob Fass, the general manager, and that is gracious of them and much appreciated. Those are my comments for tonight. Treasurer, Madam Treasurer.
Thank you. There's a report in front of you. And just so that you know, our goal by the January meeting, that this will be a much longer sheet going this way. And we will be having income, expenses, year-to-date, and budget. So you'll actually have real numbers to compare to.
In other words, we'll have the profit and loss.
You will have a mini P&L, exactly.
I'm just so excited.
And then, you've got to stop thanking Barbara. However, the new list of bills to be paid, broken out by account, is incredible.
Wow, and subtotals even.
And subtotals, exactly.
That's great.
Those are addition.
The additional bills paid are the ones that we pay during the month with credit cards or payroll or whatever. So those are just for your approval if you have any questions. Do you have any questions on any, nothing major to emphasize? Do you have anything on there, Barbara, that you wanted to? Okay.
The meals and lodging went up a lot to 39,000.
Overall, year to date over the last year, we're up about 15,000. Our net revenue is up 9,700. That's net. The expenses are currently about 11,000 under budget. However, the money's already been spent. You just haven't seen the bills yet. So 3 months into the year, it's a little wacky trying to look at numbers and make this. The 6th month at January, we'll be able to really have some intelligent discussion and look at some real numbers to compare.
Why don't we assume at the January, let's make sure if you can write a note to put on the agenda of perhaps a little bit more in-depth report for the budget updates.
Yeah.
Budgets to actual, in our spanking new format.
Right.
Can I ask another question? I don't know if you can answer or not. With the closing of the cafe, is that gonna, are we gonna see much of a difference in?
My best guess is no.
Okay.
It might dip a little bit until the new place opens, but once again, it's over the holidays and all of the local establishments should be doing so.
Yeah, sure.
Right, may I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
I suppose.
Thank you, Joe. Second. Marion, thank you. Any changes or other questions? And a roll call vote, Brad?
Yes.
Yes.
I approve also, yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you. Next item on our report. Planning Commission is not here. Liaison for the Planning Commission.
We have no report because we had no meeting.
Okay.
And unless there is something here that's going to be given to the planning commission, there will probably not be a meeting. That would be Caroline's final decision.
All right. And Architectural Review Board. I don't see Butch in his invisible suit, so
I can do that one too if you like.
no. But what I would like to do, and I perhaps should have put this in my mayor's report earlier, one of the things that we want to do is we want to ensure that, for the sake of transparency and to ensure that the public is aware of important notices from the town, we are building a bulletin board, essentially, out. We've agreed between the steps and the post and the mailbox. So in addition to other areas, you will be able to see notice of meetings and other important notices from the town. That will be one of the legal locations for notices and information from the town.
Yes.
Like the kiosk. And speaking of these kiosks, we have talked with someone to move the kiosk at an appropriate time to the new post office when it is time. So that will occur, and I apologize, I should have put that in my my report, but I didn't.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor, but do we, I guess we would have to go before the ARB for this new structure?
It already is.
Is it?
Please. I've sent it over to Butch to look at, to make sure he's comfortable with what we're doing, and then I'll fill out the ARB application, and somebody from the town council will go to the meeting in November to get it approved.
So that's part of what prompted me to, thank you. Mr. Bennett, I want to let you know that we have made, we have gone to mischief without your being here and have expunged B from old business and A and D from new business. And I give you the floor.
Well, I have an important non-legal matter. In case, I don't know if the announcement has been made, but there's a documentary about the inn that's going to be at the Virginia Film Festival in Charlottesville on October 27th at the Paramount, 4 p.m.
Might
I'm
take
sorry,
it
did you
over.
say October
Yes.
27th?
I just didn't know.
Yeah.
October?
Yeah, October 27th, $11.
I can pay for her.
It's supposed to be really good. And they interviewed Ray Beach and Diane Bruce on his front porch talking about the old times.
That's great.
And I understand it is in the 2020 first quarter scheduled for PBS to be shown in prime time at some point.
Oh, the same documentary?
Same document.
Okay then.
Watch the comfort of home. For free.
All right. Mr. Bennett, anything else?
No, sir.
Let's go to old business. Joe.
So we're moving forward with email addresses. Those should be ready for everybody next month. And, of course, do some things to make that all happen. So everybody will be issued their email addresses next month. I'm talking to 2 companies that specifically work on or do websites for municipalities about transitioning our website, and the other one making it easier to post things and being relatively revenue neutral, but make it easier to post things, maybe sort of the announcements and all that sort of stuff. And it also will open the door to eventual, my personal hobby, or electronic payments to the town.
Oh, great.
So
That's great.
more to follow on that. I've got 2, there's 2 companies that have done, let's see, Warrenton, Front Royal, and Madison's the 3 that I looked at, talked to the 2 companies that did it.
And those sites are up.
Yeah, those sites are, if you want to do what the
Yeah,
municipal sites.
Warrenton.
Warrenton's sort of the way I personally am leaning involved, and the money sort of makes sense, but we'll get 2 proposals for that, and then I'm gonna have them do a demo for Barbara, so she can see how it works.
So that would be for like water payments and all that.
That's great.
And we'll go over that.
I love
Our
that.
ability to do that for water payments and any other fees we pay for the town.
The reason I asked that question, probably wouldn't be that big an issue, but I mentioned to Gail sometime back, there's a little company in Iowa that takes QuickBooks and then they wrap around it, you know, all this additional stuff for small communities. The man who started the company was a town clerk, and he realized
Yeah.
that small towns,
Right,
you know, they can't afford customized
right,
systems, but they need something a little more than QuickBooks.
Right.
And so what they do is, let's say they wrap QuickBooks, and by doing so, like all your state reports that have to be filed are a simple touch a button and they're done, because it'll all compile. And I did talk to him, this is a year and a half ago, and I don't remember what the costs were, but he said, we have not done a system in Virginia. So he said, you would be the first if we do, and we would absorb a lot of development costs by going to the state, finding out what reports you have to file, preparing the formats and doing all of that. You know, then it would just be our regular service. So,
well, that'll be part 2 of the conversations about that, because as I understand the website enhanced for contractors they work with, I know, but the 2 companies, but that'll be part 2 is moving toward the payments once we're comfortable with that sort of thing.
right, because again,
That's it,
yeah, because when I spoke to them, they actually have a water module and a wastewater module that has, you know, the ability, you can pay cash, bank transfers, you know, all this kind of stuff. So it may not conflict, maybe be able to integrate
right.
if we decide to take a look at that. But yeah, that was kind of one of the reasons I was trying to find something, was so that we could move over to electronic payments. But again, this software sounds like it would do a lot.
I think it will get us down the road so we can be prepared to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And it'll also ease the posting of agendas and that sort of thing, we post it as PDFs, and it's a very easy sort of drag and drop sort of interface.
Well,
As I
also,
understand it.
so you can pay your water bill, but,
Well, yeah, I think I'll leave it. I haven't gotten into too many details about that yet. It's more about getting the front end redone and then, but it has a module to be able to allow us to do that, which we don't have any capacity for right now.
yeah, that'd be great.
In the current format, so, and then town regulation, ours will be just much easier for us to, change do a resolution or change that. It'll be much easier for people to access, town records, et cetera. So, good large. So take a chance to put,
So it will not be using WordPress anymore?
no. It's a different service.
So we just go to the Warren.
Yeah, you
Warren
just go to
website?
Warren.gov.
And you said you like Morrington's better?
Yeah, I like the conversation's been better, the cost is a little bit better of the two options, but Warrenton, Front Royal, and Addison are the three. And I looked at Culpeper's website, and it's much different than ours, so,
Okay.
the town website.
Joe, thank you for all that work. Appreciate it.
So more to follow, but we get your email this.
You may also need to help some of us who may have difficulty trying to figure out how to get the new address to work with our email server or whatever you call
Oh,
it.
okay, won't be able to,
Yeah.
sure.
Of course, I won't have any problem with that, but I know I have some shy friends up here who might have
I'll
problems.
be lucky if I can get it. So I would all sit around the bar together.
All right,
Special meeting.
good. Old business, that's it. For new business, a consideration of resolution to authorize John Bennett to negotiate a lease for the new town clerk office. Well, I'm going to speak, and then my friend to my right will go ahead and correct me for all the errors that I have in what I say. But ever since I have been here as a member of town council, or even when the planning commission, when I served on the planning commission, I marveled at the beauty of this building. And I marveled that the town clerk could stand to be up in the attic of this building. It grieves me because I don't think it's a healthy work site. I don't think it is especially welcoming. It is not ADA accessible. It's an awful lonely place. And so thanks to the efforts led by Gail, but many of the other members of the town council have tried to dig around and find things. We may be able to have a new location for the town clerk. We will still have town council meetings here at Town Hall. The town hall will still be available on this floor for all the different purposes and uses that the town and others have used this building for. But the town clerk and her immediate files would be moving to a possible new location depending upon the negotiations that we are going to ask Mr. Bennett if we approve this resolution to undertake. What would you like to add?
Well, for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's at the Washington School. Whereas the old Rat at Home office, they moved across the gym. Brad has seen it, Mary Ann has seen it, and Fred has seen it. Of course, I took Barbara over first before I even told anybody about it. Otherwise, she said, no, why waste my time? It really is ideal. It's, first of all, it's ADA accessible. Most of you have been over to the school. The rent is very, very good. It's within our budget. It's $550 a month, including all utilities. The only thing we have to get over there is Comcast, and that's it. It includes
And Comcast, I presume, already goes into the building.
well, they does. Everybody has Comcast over there. We would just need our own line to go in there. It would be a 3-year lease Mr. Bennett. Mike Brown handles the leases. I forget
We
any.
negotiate things all the time.
And we'd like it to be effective November 15th.
Right.
Questions about, when the Washington School was approved to put businesses back there. I don't know if they had a special use permit, or what kind of zoning was approved for that.
Especially
Special use permit, do we have that
Is there any,
to read or look at, or?
it's a good point.
Mr. Bennett, thank you, Mr. Bennett, have all of that.
I don't.
You don't?
No, it would be in the,
Probably in the zoning office. Would it?
No, it'd be right upstairs
no, it'd be
here.
upstairs.
Yeah.
Yes, it's in the zoning office upstairs.
Next to the town clerk.
Yes.
I do have a copy, but it's actually not accessible to me at the moment.
It's in your attic.
So I'm just thinking there's just a little bit of, I think it's a fabulous idea, so I want everyone
No,
to
it's
know
good.
that I'm all for it. I happen to live there, and it's a great building, it's a great place. My piano is in the back, the kids from, it's getting tuned, the kids from Castleton are coming over to do their recital there. There are all kinds of fabulous things
Is
happening.
that your piano in the auditorium?
We were wondering.
Yeah.
if it was. Yeah.
That's the one.
The old Steinway.
Yeah.
Yep,
It's
that's
gonna
mine.
be better.
Mr. Olson's coming to tune it.
Oh, great.
And Camille said it was going up on the stage,
Yes,
even
yes.
permanently.
So, right, I just think it's a fabulous idea. I just want to make sure that,
Good point. I'm sure Barbara can get a copy over to Mr. Bennett.
Do you remember when that special use permit, because we're going to have to probably find it through the minutes.
I would say, unless it was, I think it was redone when,
Bill Walton.
Bill, yes, he
Film
put
crew
his.
and film
his,
The whole fortune or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
I remember being discussion. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything else, but I remember.
Rough timeframe?
2.5 years ago.
At least
Yeah,
more than that.
or 3.5
Yeah, I was
years.
just saying.
That gives you a range.
And we can always ask Laura. She
And
may
it's-
remember.
right, and it's
There
the
should be
old,
a file with all.
the
Yeah.
business was Old Forge Inn. It was a film company.
There should be.
That's right, there was, I do remember that special use permit. Stuff. And usually, if I recall correctly, Mr. Bennett, almost all of the special use permits have a review after 1 year. And rarely is there anything after that. That's at least been my experience in my limited time
Just
on
on
the
the
council.
But did Rapid Home get one?
Rapid Home wouldn't get the special use permit, the building would. Building should have a special use
So
permit.
she's just making sure that.
So the
We were just
owners,
making sure that
That's one of the
she had.
uses they.
the owners
building,
at the
yeah.
time, so Sullivan and Walton, whoever owned it at the time that Walton opened
Right,
up the film.
Right.
You just want to make sure that it hasn't, that the special use permit goes away for any reason.
And
All right.
I'm sure that there is
If not, we
the 1 year
can figure it out.
Yeah.
thing.
We can
Yeah.
And we
all
can-
together.
Right. and we
Yeah.
can-
All right.
Okay.
Oh, and for anybody that's concerned about signage over there, just so that you know, under the Washington School sign, they're going to put small drop-down signs with the businesses that are in the school, so it will say Town of Washington, both below the sign and on the side by the door going in addition to everything else.
All right, Mr. Bennett, can we do this resolution tonight, or do we have to give public notice and do it in November?
You can pass the resolution on, because anything that's done would come back to council. And then it would go on the agenda.
All right,
This is just initiating the process.
all right. And this would be a roll call vote? All right. May I have a motion?
I make a motion to accept the resolution to authorize John Bennett to negotiate the lease for new town clerk office.
Which is all written, the resolution was written and is in the packet that was at the front, and each of us has it. Go
I
ahead.
second.
Thank you, Catherine. Seconds. Roll call vote, Brad?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right, the resolution has been approved. And signed by the mayor. Pass that down, Barbara. All right. Next is the continuation of the November 11 meeting of the town council to November 12. November 11, of course, is being Veterans Day, and not the best time to try to hold a meeting. So that continuation doesn't need a roll call vote, I presume. Does not?
If you set the meeting over to a date other than the normal meeting date, it would require a vote.
All right.
We have a signed resolution stating that any time a town council meeting fell on a holiday, it automatically would occur the next business day. So would you still need a vote?
Well, for reasons I won't go into at the moment.
It's probably
It would be
worthwhile.
better if you had a
All
vote.
right. So
Doesn't cost anything.
I will
Thank you.
make a motion to continue the meeting of November 11 to November 12, 2019. Is there a second?
As a, I was
Brad?
just gonna say, as a veteran serving on the committee, or council.
All right.
Appreciate them.
Any discussion? All right. Roll call vote to approve. Brad?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 All right. Thank you. So Christmas parade update. I was hoping Caroline would be here tonight to be able to give an update. The Christmas parade will be on December 8th. And the Caroline Anstey is the chair or the director or grand poobah of the Christmas parade for this year. And on behalf of all the citizens of the town and many people who come from outside the town, both in the county and beyond the county, I want to thank Caroline for all the work that she has done and for all the people under her who are also doing work. The Christmas parade is a wonderful event each year. I assume that it will be kicking off at 1 p.m., but I'm sure there will be some information about that. Members of the town council, I assume that you will be having a chance to get on your steeds, your steel steeds again this year. So please put that in your on your calendar. December 8, Sunday, December 8. Does anybody else have any other information to share about the parade? You know what I have?
Not really, not one of our events.
No. The next is the holiday party, which is scheduled for the following Sunday, which is December 15. We have some discussion about when the holiday party should start. There have been times offered of anywhere from 5 in the past to 5:30 to 6. I would propose at this point that we settle on a time, and I would propose that we do 5 p.m. But I'm certainly welcome to getting thoughts from anybody else if there's another time that's burning that they want to start this.
I think that's good. As Catherine said, it's a Sunday night, so the
Right.
earlier the better.
People got to get to work. That's
Right. So,
Yes.
all right. That doesn't need a roll call, and there seems to be a consensus, a verbal consensus. So the holiday party will start at 5 p.m.
does that work for our distinguished constituent?
Hmm?
Does that seem appropriate to our distinguished
Yeah,
constituent?
And we are not, in the past, the preparatory work for the party is done by members of the town council and others in the community. And so all of you, we need your help in setting up for the parade and also with the breakdown. The setup is, I'm sorry, did I say the parade? I meant the party, the holiday party. The setup has been done in the past on Saturday. The town hall, the building is occupied by someone on Saturday, and so we're going to do it Sunday morning, and I am going to propose 9 o'clock. We will have a pot of coffee out here, and I'll see if I can scrounge up some donuts or something. A pot of coffee? A pot of coffee? It's like you better say a cup. So, and I won't go into the long story about Boston people and what they say about Dunkin' Donuts. You go in and get a regular, it's something that's already set up. You don't even have to say what you want.
The date of the Christmas party, the holiday party is what?
The 15th.
Okay. Typically, the town hall is decorated, so it looks nice, the day, the weekend of the parade.
Right.
So,
So,
we need to do, we should be doing it so that that week before it's all festive and everything.
so I think we talked about on Thursday the 5th as the date that we would do some garland hanging. I think I put that in our notes.
You did. You can do
And,
this, the hall.
and we'll do the hall and the street on that day. Because I don't think I did specifically talked about doing town hall that day, but it would make sense to do that.
And then people who use it also get to have it looking nice too.
Mhm.
exactly.
And you get to look at it.
The,
Oh, no, you won't be here. You'll be in the other one as well.
the group who is renting the hall, those 3 days beforehand, they're also decorating for Christmas and said, asked if they could leave their, if we would like them to leave their decorations.
Oh, do we know what their idea for decorating is?
Evergreens, and it's a very
Santa
classy.
Claus.
Probably sounds good.
Is it a wedding or what kind of?
It's a Christmas concert. They will have a Christmas tree. I wasn't sure if that was okay to be left up or not.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or welcome
Is it
to hands on
Christmas
decorations.
sponsored?
I do know, but I don't recall the top. They're coming through the inn. There are guests at the inn.
Oh,
In which case, I'm sure they'll agree.
Exactly.
All right, well, we will take that into consideration. I will, we probably should have another meeting of the planning group. Maybe, I usually try to do it on the weekends because it works better. Let's do it at 10 o'clock that first Saturday of November.
First Saturday.
November, whatever,
The day before the parade.
no, November, not December.
Oh, November.
Yeah, November.
First Saturday of November?
Yeah. I usually have a mayor's coffee from 9 to 11, so we'll take that time from 10 to 11.
Isn't that like the first?
I don't
Is it-
know, November 2nd.
I
Yeah,
think I'll be in Oklahoma.
that's all right, we will just assign you.
Those not present.
Those are not present are
Best jobs.
the best jobs. And then I'm also proposing that we break down as much as we can afterwards, and then I know I will be taking that Monday off to be able to finish everything up, but I think for us, as members of the council, you didn't realize this was in your job description, but we'll try to break down as much as we can that evening. All right, is there anything else for the holiday party that anyone would like to bring up? Okay.
We're going to start running it in the paper, in the calendar.
That would be probably good. The holiday party is an invited event versus an open to the public event.
We don't put the party in the paper.
So we don't, so all the members of the town will be getting an invitation for this event.
Well, I hope so. I have gone for a few years without an invitation simply because I don't pay the water bill where I live, and they're always included in the water bill.
That's a
So
hint.
So
I can anyway.
Party crasher.
So I think there are a couple of things that I found, so we will,
Okay.
we'll try to address that.
Invitations under doors.
Yeah.
Oh, we used to do that.
Yeah. All right, anything else? Thank you for that. That's helpful. All right, last item is electronic distribution of town council, planning commission, and ARB packets. Ladies and gentlemen, we are entering into the 21st century. We are into the time where we are trying to not cut down trees. So I'm sorry, the history background comes through every so often, and I'll pontificate. So what we're trying to do is just send you an electronic version and not have Barbara driving all over town to deliver packets in the future. So unless someone has an egregious objection, I would propose that we have electronic distribution.
I agree.
I don't know.
Pulled away is a waste of paper and time.
All right,
We don't have to vote on that. do
we do not. We have public forum. Members of the public, I open the floor. Oh, we have two.
How many people still have landline phones? Does everybody still have a landline phone? Two?
I asked for one, the telephone company wouldn't run the wire.
Mine's your comment, so
You have so red.
It's true. It's true.
Why do I ask? Because my phone bill was $104. My landline phone bill was $104 this month. And I'm wondering if it's safe to give up my landline and go to,
You can get a landline from Sprint or,
I
they
do mine
have,
through Comcast.
yeah.
yeah, that's through,
Yeah, it's, yeah.
that's through the internet, VoIP.
Yeah.
And if that goes down, then you're
This is out here.
stuck.
You're stuck, yeah.
It has some kind of backup that it stays with, because it's gone down before and my phone is still work. So I'm not sure, you probably know more about that than
Nancy, one thing you can do at CenturyLink, correct?
Yeah,
If you call CenturyLink, tell them you want the absolute minimum, I know because I did it. Tell them you want the absolute minimum, and it would only be for local calls, whatever.
I think it's $45 a month.
It was 30-something.
35 or 45?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a flat, it was like $31 a month.
well, that was my problem. I had a number of long conversations with a relative, and that was long distance. So I'm asking everybody,
Mine is $10 a month and it's all bells and whistles.
and you have it through Sprint.
Sprint, okay.
Okay, thank you.
Of course, I have 4 phones through Sprint.
I don't know if it's the case here, but the higher use cell towers switch over to a generator.
Right.
Yeah, most of them do.
Mhm.
We try to be a full-service operation. And your friendly town council. Any other issues from the public today? I have been in prime form, I'm sorry today. It's been a long day. We miscalculated our clock, and so I actually woke up at 3:30 today. And I've been running ever since.
Nice.
And you work with children today?
Yes, I work with little nippers between the age of 3 and 6.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Purgatory.
Oh, no, it's not purgatory, it's absolute joy. It's absolute joy. All right, well, if there is nothing else, then I will close the public forum. I don't believe there's any reason for a closed session. And so at this point, I would like to have a motion to adjourn.
I so moved.
Joe moves, second.
I'll second.
Brad seconds. Roll call, Brad?
Yes.
Yes. Yes?
Yes.
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 We are adjourned. Next meeting is continued from November 11th to November 12th.